Hello there and welcome to Narrowboat Natterings. This is a continuation of the little chat me and Mrs Lumsden had a couple of weeks ago where we talked about our highlights of 2021 and what we intend to do in 2022. It also included a terrible example of Lumpy trying to bake a cake. Now that cake may make another appearance in this vlog, but who knows. Anyway, enjoy. So what has been your favourite part of the year from a boating point of view?
Oh right, okay. We're leaving it wide open.
Not the bit where I went to Leighton Buzzard for a month.
Favourite trip of the year, Stratford. We went it twice, didn't we?
Oh yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Or was that the previous year?
Yeah, oh God, it's merging, isn't it?
I'm going to set now.
Well, we certainly went once and we had a great time, didn't we? I'm sure we went twice.
We did. We went for my birthday.
We went to the bakery twice on the... didn't we?
On
the Stratford Canal.
How typical that you remember the bakery.
Yeah, just outside Solihull. What's it called?
I don't know. I've got it written down.
It's not Crusts, something like that.
So there you go. Just get off your boat at Bridge 20 on the Stratford Canal and go up to Wedge's Bakery. Woohoo! What have you got there, missus? No, not those.
Yeah. And then you met Aidan Val and Jack and Jenna.
Aidan Val.
And that was my birthday, and that was when I lost my voice, and you were all very excited because I couldn't talk.
And what a beautiful morning you've got, missus.
It's also another very
Sorry.
It's also another very special time. It's linked into our wedding anniversary.
It is indeed.
This is the best week I've ever had on the boat.
Oh, you're so funny.
We love that. Those locks are tough, actually, on that South Stratford Canal, the bit that's leading in.
So, this lock has to be the worst lock on the network. Why they couldn't just put another 2 or 3 foot on the end of this, I'll never know.
Put you back into it.
All around me. Watch it.
Yeah, it is a good.
Yeah, we find the Stratford locks a little bit. The winding gear is not always great. The door, a lot of the lock gates themselves are twisted, so they don't open properly. So you end up having to really push yourself through the doors, and you kind of know all the paint's coming off your rubbing strips. So they're a bit troublesome, but it's still a beautiful canal, really beautiful. And we just the final result is into the basin at Stratford. Just fab. It's like going to the seaside Stratford, I think, isn't it?
It just feels really cosmopolitan.
Yeah, it does.
It's just so pretty there, and you've got all of the street pubs, but you've got the history in there.
Okay. Where else did we go this year?
We went to Loughborough. That was our next trip.
We did. That was interesting, wasn't it?
To Stratford, then we went to Loughborough.
Because we had all sorts of quandaries about where we were going to go. We just thought, well, let's go north for a change. Let's go up the Trent and Mersey. We didn't enjoy that, did we? The bit up to sort of Derby.
This 8:38 is loud, isn't it?
Not the most peaceful.
They said buy a boat. They said get a boat. You get into the countryside, get away from it all. It's fantastic. It's serene and peaceful. Might as well be at Silverstone.
We didn't find that particularly nice. But actually, once we got through Shardlow was nice. Sawley was nice, and then down onto the River Soar. Oh, it's just stunning. I love the Soar. Had that really wide expanse where Trent Lock was, and where you could have gone onto the area wash, or you could have gone to Nottingham.
And we met that nice couple, didn't they? They pulled out just behind us. The bloke and
what was his name?
Oh, I've not actually written that down, so
it's on the video, isn't it? I can't remember. Not Bob. His boat was called. It was like a burgundy colour boat, wasn't it? He was moored at Sawley. Anyway, we went down a couple of locks with him, up a couple of locks with him. So that was nice, lovely meeting people. But I like the Soar, and we were really pleasantly surprised by Loughborough Basin actually, because obviously you're going into a bit of a town centre. You never know what to expect. It looked a little bit grubby on the way in, But actually, it was right where we needed it, wasn't it?
But I have made a special note in here, ate at the White Horse Noodle Bar.
Oh, yes.
So,
We had a fantastic meal last night at the White Horse Noodle Bar. Look that one up. Good prices, fantastic Chinese food. Of course, there's always a couple of Wetherspoons about.
See, Mrs. Lumsden, get me a pint of Guinness.
you did a little bit of single-handed to get into Birmingham because I was working. And then
Just get her straightened up. Make sure there's some momentum there. Okay, final adjustment. Out of gear. And up I go with the rope. So now taking care that the rope does clear.
And then you had Charlie, Malika and Kathy from
Yeah.
Curdsworth to Ouzel's Loop.
Yeah, I've got a little crew now that help me because we love Birmingham, but it's a hell of a run in. You know, once you get to Curdsworth, you know, you've got another, what is it, 24 locks, I think, up from Salford Junction up into Brum, which is a big old ask, really. I mean, I could do it. I quite like single-handing, but I also like the company, and people who haven't got a boat love to come along and have a play, you know. So I've got a great crew now of guys who'll, you know, 1 or 3 or 4 of them will turn up or whatever. So that's fab.
I think the child labour's a bit out of order.
They're not children, they're 17, 18.
You abuse your position as director of a youth theatre to get all of... Because they all come on like, we'll help Lumpy because it means he'll get a part in the next show.
Listen, if they want references when they want to go and get a job, they can come and work some locks for me. This year we've met Kathy, haven't we? Just mentioned Kathy.
Oh yeah, Kathy joined us on the Birmingham
Yeah.
main line.
And if you'll have seen in the later vlogs I've done, only just recently, Kathy's become sort of a regular crew member. She loves the Birmingham Canal navigations, and so she's really keen. And she used to do a lot of the painting of all the castles and roses and stuff on canal boats. And she's an artist in her own right as well, as you will have seen in the last
She
vlog.
is so talented.
Incredible. Guest crew member Kathy, who joined me a couple of vlogs back, but you don't yet know that she's an artist. I mean, just take a look at this fantastic painting of the Galton Bridge area. And yes, her bike's significant, and it is front and centre, but it's what she does. It is basically a picture of her bike, but it also shows the modern tunnel and a hint of graffiti to recognise the current view. But in shades of black and white are the ghosts of a bygone era, a navvy, a lady, a towing horse, some old craft.
Amazing.
But herself and her husband Howard want to hire a boat next year, or this year now. And so I know they're a bit nervous about it, and so it's been quite nice because I've been able to casually sort of show her some of the ropes, and she's had a go a few times, and yeah, she's doing all right. She'll be fine by the time she gets to the summer. I think she'll be fine.
Yeah, I thought she was fine before she gets to summer. She
Well,
does it.
you have to watch her. Do you know what I mean? I mean, she's banged it up a couple of times pretty badly.
Well, any more than I have?
Yeah.
No, I do not believe that.
I tell you what,
think.
there's a lot of the viewers recently have keep going, "Who's Kathy? Where's Mrs. Lumsden?" Like, as if there's something sinister
I'd
happened.
left you and already within like 5
There's got
minutes.
a new woman straight on the scene.
Well, that's harsh. I was to be so replaced so easily.
It's been quite funny. I mean, it's all right. Calm down. There's nothing to see here. There's nothing. It's all okay.
Yeah, it's just really unfortunate that Mrs. Lumsden has to work full time.
Well, when she says work, I mean civil servant. Anyway, the cake. I think it's done now. I just want to try a bit.
Oh, that's it does look a bit like bread and butter pudding. Maybe
It's not supposed to.
I don't know.
Well.
What do you think?
Quite nice. Bit nice with some custard on, I think. Oh, I'll tell you what else we did. We did the run to Kidderminster, didn't we? That was while we were in Birmingham. We went into Birmingham. We
Kathy
went
came
down
round
the
the
new
main
line,
line.
didn't we?
Was that when we stopped at that really nice place? We went up a little
We went up
a side
a
arm.
little bit, our first taste of the Whirly in Essington. and we got to I think it's Wensfield Junction, which is the start to the old Bentley Canal, which is basically just a little section where you can pull in. Do you remember by the pub?
Oh, that's where we went for the meal with Kathy and
Howard. Yes. So that was really nice. Actually, I did because I like to do a bit of the underwater stuff. So it was like an ornamental fish pond.
Wasn't
it was
it?
incredible. We saw just about every sort of coarse fish there is, I think. So that was really nice. Nice little find.
Coarse fish.
Coarse fish.
Is that because they swear a lot?
Yes, they're very rough, particularly around Wensfield Junction. So yeah, I'd like to do some more of that whirly in Essington, because ultimately where we're moored now, if you carried on that way, if the canal still existed, this was the whirly in Essington. This is the Lichfield end of it. So this is going to be called the Lichfield Hatherton because it's now been recut. But ultimately, we're on that. So we were on the other end of what used to come all the way to here.
That's exciting.
Which is great, isn't it? So I want to go and do a bit of that. What else? So yeah, because we did the Wolverhampton 21, didn't we? On that baking hot day.
God, and we
were getting really miserable with each other. Do you remember? By the time we got to the bottom, we'd had enough. It was hot, and it was just hard work.
It's pretty much the hottest day of the year, I think, and me and Mrs. Lumsden are absolutely shattered, getting a little bit grouchy with each other. Are you right, Mrs. Lumsden? Oh, she's waving. That's right, she's waving. She probably doesn't want to be on camera today because she's a bit hot and she's a bit bothered, and I've stressed her. I don't know how that's happened because you know me, I'm quite a happy-go-lucky sort of guy.
I don't remember being unhappy.
We were getting
on
a bit tetchy at the bottom. We were getting a bit tetchy. It's you know. But anyway, I wanted to do a bit about Aldersley Junction and Ortherley Junction. So we shot up to the bottom there of the Shops Union, and then we went back down.
Yeah.
And it was when we stopped at Compton, I think. Somewhere like that, and we could see the smoke.
No, it wasn't. It was Kimber.
We saw the smoke. We saw this big plume of smoke and thought, and we'd stopped at a pub. It was our night. But people in the garden were saying, yeah, there's a big fire in Kidderminster, and I said to you, that might affect us tomorrow. Who knows?
And I said to you, you're such a drama queen.
You did. But the following day, we carried on towards Kidderminster, and then boats coming the other way were starting to say they're about to close the town lock in Kidderminster. So we thought, we'll possibly get through. When we got there was just that backlog of boats. Oh, no. And they were just chaining up the lock, putting a big padlock on it.
Yeah.
So, but it was horrible. I mean, the pollution in the canal was vile. So this factory had gone up, an old metals recycling place or something, and they'd got a lot of rubber tyres, and because it was all up on a hill above, as the firemen were extinguishing the flames, it was coming down a hill and into the canal. It was just vile. So as you can see from these pictures. So yeah, we ended up, what, was it 4 days? We sat there for 4 days, something like that. I left there on the Sunday.
Yeah, but on the Sunday I had to go home.
Yeah.
So you were then on your own, weren't you? Because I needed to go back.
But my old mate Kathy, when I say old, I don't mean, well, I mean, she's older than me. I mean, you can see that kind of. But I mean, my friend
She's more
Kathy.
stylish than you.
Well, you say that.
To be fair, that's not hard.
You say that. I mean, she's a very lucky woman to be spending the day with me. So, yeah. So me and Kathy headed back. And
you did. Thank you, Kathy.
She loved that because she got to see a different canal. She's very, very much into Birmingham canal navigation, as I've said, but she saw the Staff's Worcester and she saw the beauty of it, and I think that's changed her plans for what her and her husband are supposed to be doing on the boat this year.
In any case, after you ditched Kathy, you were on your own, and when we were in Kidderminster, one of the boats that was on the opposite side of us, they were new to boating, weren't they?
Here we have Chris and Joe. Hi, Chris and Joe. Chris and Joe are new to narrowboating, so they've come across possibly the most extreme situation of a lockdown on a canal. Well, I made friends with Joe on Facebook.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they were a nice couple.
Yeah, and then I just kept coming across them, so they headed back about a day before me, but they were only pottering around in their brand new boat. Well, not brand new, new to them.
Yeah.
And So that was quite nice. And then I had quite a good whiskey drinking session with them at Tixall Wide.
Potentially, you've all heard how much I love Tixall Wide. I really do love Tixall Wide. It's my favourite place to be on a boat. Fortunately, I was at home having to do things, which meant I couldn't be at Tixall Wide. So I just kept getting messages throughout the night. Oh my God, it's lovely. Look at this photo of the sunset. Look at this whiskey. Look at my friends here. We're having such an amazing night. And I was just like, oh, I'm so pleased for you. Really, I am.
Well, it used to be Simon Bates on the radio. He used to play that.
Happy birthday to
it's a fantastic bit of cake.
I think if we
It tastes good.
let's try it tomorrow and then have a photo of what it should look like if you put the oven at the right temperature as per the instructions.
It does taste good.
You
It smells good.
Gas Street for my first day back at work.
Yes. Yeah. So Mrs. Lumsden's new office is literally overlooking Gas Street Basin.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Well, I mean, I've got a bit of footage here. Have a look at this.
There with the hexagon, the brand new building there. It's where Mrs. Lumsden works.
So the
Yeah,
idea was we would get there, we would travel up on the Sunday so that I could get up Monday morning and unlike everybody else in the world, my commute to work would be 2 minutes walk.
Literally across the road.
And then on Sunday morning we got as far, we pulled out of Curdworth, didn't we? And then all of a sudden it was just like, it's not working, it's not going forward, it's not going backwards.
The gearbox selector cable snapped. It didn't actually take long to put right, did it?
It didn't.
It didn't take long.
But it was kind of like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And I was kind of like, let's go back home because tomorrow is my first day in the office. I want to make sure that I've got everything. I could not cope with not being in the right place. So let me get home.
I tell you what else we did, which was good, and it was without the boat, but we did it because it's close to where we've seen it a lot. We went to watch Rugeley Power Station come down. Because we've always gone past that quite a lot. And then we heard, didn't we, that it was going to come down. We ideally wanted to get the boat. Yeah, your cousin lives in Rugeley, doesn't she? And we thought, can we get the boat up? But then work between the two of us, it just wasn't... we couldn't do it, could we? So it would have been nice to have got the boat there and recorded it from the boat. But as it was, I mean, we got a great view, didn't we? And I created a vlog for it. It's just brilliant. It's lovely to... So that was really interesting. That was a bit of a different vlog. So you know that time when the gearbox cable snapped?
Yeah.
I know. I remember being really stressed.
Angry?
There is.
I wanted to go home.
Well, there's only so much time, and you know you got to that run into Birmingham. So the Birmingham phase of the canal is nice, but once you get to the outskirts of Birmingham, it's not nice. So you start getting towards the Tyburn Road. You don't want to be stopping there, and actually, it's hard to moor. There's no Armco. There's no the pilings. You can't put your little mooring pins in. You can't knock anything in because it's concrete, and it's just not a very favourable place to be. So it's like one of those where you think we've either got to stay here, or we've got to make the run to try to get up into Brum. And so we went for it, didn't we? Called my brother in. He loves a bit of exercise, so he absolutely smashed it. Kathy joined us as well, and we decided to really go for it. And we got from sort of about 3/4 of an hour from Salford Junction, and then we've got to go
at the Aston flight.
Yeah, up the Aston flight, and then up Farmers Bridge flight. And because it was kind of middle, well, when was it?
It's end of September. So
end of September. So you were looking like dark by about 7 o'clock. And I looked at it on Route Planner. I thought it's going to be about 7:30, 8 by the time we get there.
I think it said 8 o'clock, doesn't it? And we were starting to stress.
Going to be in the dark. But as it was, we absolutely nailed it. There was no other boat coming the other way. Brother Ian, he ran up
Literally,
so
did
many
you?
locks and
He's
just
so
got
fit.
everything ready for us, and then started coming back down and getting gates open as well. Kathy was coming up behind and closing the gates after we'd gone and stuff. We absolutely smashed it. I think we did the whole thing in about 2.5 hours. It was amazing. Right, I'm going to talk about the climb up to Birmingham again, because Mrs. Lumsden reminded me that she was also part of that team that got us
Hello.
up into Birmingham. You all right?
Yes, I'm fine. It's all about reward and recognition that
Look,
motivates your workers.
You haven't said to me, Lumpy, you were perfect going through those locks. You got us in and out of them so well. You never got it wrong on any of them.
But
Where was my recognition?
You're moaning about not getting any recognition. You're captain of the ship, as you keep telling us all, which means you're our leader. And as our leader, you should recognise all of the people that are helping and support you to get to where you want to be. That doesn't mean just two of them, Ian and Kathy.
But you know, I've got a lot on all the time. I'm trying to remember. I mean, look, for instance, 3 cameras running today. They're all over the place. One of them keeps shutting down for some reason. I don't know. One of them, the battery runs out. I'm up and down like a horse draws.
Like a what?
I'm up and down like a yo-yo. Anyway, so I've got a lot of cameras there these days. I'm really building up my tech. That's another bit of tech, isn't
as
it?
in not horse. I thought you like horse draws.
A horse
And I'm like,
draws. Have you never heard that?
No.
Up and down like a horse draws.
As in like horse pants.
As in prostitute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Draws.
Oh, God. Yeah,
What's the word?
some days. It's just
Draws. Draws to me. Horse draws.
Have you never heard someone say, get your drawers down? They call these your drawers.
I've heard get your knickers off.
Yeah, but you've never heard of your
You don't-
underwear being referred to as drawers.
The louder you shout it doesn't mean that my memory's
You
going to
mean
say
you, what do you mean you
gotta
don't
kick it.
know? Drawers. You surely you. I've not made that up. Horse drawers.
kind of like
Oh, God, sometimes it's like pulling teeth. This is my life. This is what I have to go through. So the slightest little thing takes hours of explanations.
What was that?
Yes.
It's your jig
I was just
kicking
telling
in.
you, all I did was start to tell you about my cameras.
Oh, sorry.
Boy, can we talk. We haven't even got round to what we're going to do in 2022 yet. Join us next time for the conclusion to this epic natter session. Look after yourselves. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment and share. See you next time. Bye-bye.